Hi, welcome to What to Cook Next with Hani. In this episode, I'm going to show you how I make my spinach sauce. This may come as a surprise, but spinach sauce, boiled potatoes, and eggs over easy is my comfort food. I know, spinach, we're talking about spinach, super healthy stuff, but it is so good. I'm gonna start with fresh spinach, and here are the rest of the ingredients you're going to need. If you're using fresh spinach straight from a garden, make sure that you wash it before steaming it. I think everybody knows that. Now, as you guys know, spinach will reduce in volume significantly in cooking. So this looks like a lot, but once it's all cooked, it's just going to be a little bit of spinach at the very bottom of the pot. I add a little bit of water at the bottom, and we're going to cook it at medium heat until the leaves are wilted. Give it a good stir couple times to make sure that it's not scorching at the very bottom. And then once the leaves are wilted, I'm going to continue cooking it for about 3 to 4 minutes. And then we can remove it from the heat and we can prepare our white sauce with a lot of garlic. This spinach sauce wouldn't be as good, I think, without all the garlic that it has. I love garlic so much, and I add it to a lot of dishes that I prepare. So now we can see it's super hot still, so make sure that you're careful when you're dumping it into a bowl. And then we're going to prepare basically flour roux. I'm adding a little bit of good quality olive oil and also a little bit of butter. You can skip the butter and add additional olive oil if you are not using butter. I'm also going to add pressed garlic at this stage, and we're going to cook it for about 30 seconds or so. You can add additional garlic later in the process if you prefer sauce to be more garlicky. That's perfectly fine. And one thing I want to mention, you could prepare this white sauce in a smaller pan. I ended up using the same pan I used for the spinach, but you can use a smaller pan. It's perfectly fine. Now I'm adding a little bit of flour. I assume you could also use cornstarch. I haven't tried it. I always use flour, but I think cornstarch would work as well. It's a thickener. And so I'm going to cook it for about 2 minutes or so, and then we can add warm milk. Give it a good whisk. I'm not too worried about lumps at this point in this recipe because we're going to blend everything together, so it's perfectly fine if you have some lumps in there. Just make sure that you add the milk gradually. You don't want to dump all of the milk in there at once. And if you want to make the sauce even creamier, you could use heavy cream or something like that. I'm using milk to keep the fat content kind of down a little bit, but it's totally up to you. You can use heavy cream as well. It makes for a really creamy sauce. So now we're adding the spinach, and now I'm just going to give it a quick stir, and then we can blend everything together. Now you could dump this into a food processor, but I have a handy immersion blender, so that's what I'm going to be using to blend this together. And this is going to take a couple minutes. Just want to go around and blend everything together. And we're going to season it with salt and pepper, of course. And then I also like to use a little bit of nutmeg, but just a touch. That's my personal preference. And then once everything is blended together and super smooth, you can add the salt and pepper. And also, if you'd like, you can add additional garlic, like I mentioned earlier. If you prefer it more garlicky, once you taste it and it doesn't have enough garlic, go ahead and add more garlic. I love this sauce so much. I grew up on it. My mom would make it for me, and perhaps that's why I have it associated as my comfort food. When I was sick, I would always ask for a spinach sauce with boiled potatoes and eggs over easy. full recipe can be found also on my blog. All the details are listed in the description box under the video. If you are new to What to Cook Next, don't forget to subscribe for more delicious recipes. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.